Others have spoken so eloquently about this already, so I wanted to speak to all of you who are feeling a bit lost right now and who may happen upon this video. So we've lost Cliff, a wonderful man, husband, father, and friend. He was more than a YouTube content creator. He was a champion to anyone who needed him here. He gave tirelessly of his time, energy, advice, passion, presence, and even finances. He was one of a kind, genuine, wicked funny, and irreplaceable. His go-to ideology was, how can I help? He left us a roadmap, and that map will make us better people. So we pick up his mantle and we emulate the very best of who he was. And we begin with those who are grieving his loss now. His wonderful wife, his co-hosts, and his close friends here. You know, I'm sorry for your loss are the words we automatically turn to when someone's lost a loved one. Many of us are fixers, and being fixers, we feel the need to fix the grief our loved ones are feeling so that they aren't hurting anymore. But it's not possible, and we know this if we've ever sat grasping for words of comfort that just don't come. We can't take the grieving process away from anyone, and it leaves us feeling unsettled and sometimes uncomfortable. But grief, like love, is a deep emotion that we all experience differently. And like love, it never goes away. Grief no more needs a solution than love needs a solution. Grief that comes because of the loss of a loved one can't be fixed because the reason for that grief can't be fixed. Someone who was once there and so beloved is gone, and that's a fact that can't be changed, no matter how hard it is for us to accept that. Grief is not something that happens to us and then goes away. We learn how to integrate loss into the fabric of who we are. We learn to carry it with us, and it's a process. We give our grieving loved ones the space to experience that process in their own good time, in their own way. We can't do the healing for them, but we can help them. We offer them a safe space without our expectations of how long that process should take or what it should look like. There's a thing we do when we're interacting with people who've lost a loved one. So they're talking, and while they're talking, we're thinking in our head in overdrive about what to say to respond to them that will somehow fix what they're telling us is their problem, or make it better, or take it away. This is normal. It's building a wall to protect ourselves from their grief, and they know we're doing it. So we can counter that by acknowledging their pain and our uncomfortable feelings, and we pause before we formulate a response. We don't assume they do or don't want to talk about their loved one. We ask them, and then we go from there. They cry, and we get very uncomfortable. But crying is a healthy part of the grieving process and necessary to move through the stages of grieving. And I say this as someone who's done grief counseling for over 20 years and as someone who lost a husband of 45 years and am still dealing with the grieving process 5 years later. So witnessing someone else's grief is very painful, but it's so, so important to show the person that you care through your willingness to listen and to be with them. Even if you don't know what to say, being honest about that is better than a platitude, or just sitting in silence with them if there are no words left in them. Creating a space for them to grieve their loved one is the most important thing that you can do for them, and it helps you heal too. So be kind to yourselves. Allow yourselves to feel what you're feeling when you're feeling it. You don't know me, but I wish you all love and healing. Be kind to each other. There are big shoes that need filling. Thank you.